How you doing, guys? Chad here at the farm. Thought we'd have a little talk today about roosters, guys. Specifically, why to keep roosters in your flock. We have 3 roosters here. We have Big Red, Rhode Island Red Rooster. We have Michael Jackson, who's a light Sussex rooster. And we have Elvis Presley, who's a black leghorn rooster with huge sideburns. Now, not everyone will want to have a rooster in their flock. Some people just want a few hens just so they can get a few eggs. But there are a few good reasons why you should keep a rooster in your flock. Now, not everyone can have roosters. If you're living in a suburban area or in a really urban area in a city, more than likely you don't want to be freaking out your neighbors. And most cities and municipalities don't even allow roosters. In fact, a lot of cities and municipalities don't even allow chickens, period. But honestly, roosters can be loud. You know, they crow pretty much all the time, morning, noon, and night. They crow and they make these clucking sounds and they make these food discovery sounds. And I love having them on the farm. It's how I know I'm living on a farm and I'm living that life. But roosters aren't for everyone. But you don't want to have too many roosters in your flock. They can really be aggressive when mating against the hens. A general guideline I use is 7 to 10 hens for every 1 rooster, and that'll pretty much balance it out, and that rooster's able to service all those hens, and everybody will be a big happy family. But that being said, these reasons are my personal reasons as to why I keep roosters in our flock. Now I got 6 reasons altogether, and keep in mind these are my reasons, guys. Michael Jackson. These are just my opinions, okay? Now for me, there are really 2 main reasons as to why you should keep roosters in your flock. Is this like the worst moment to make a video on this? These chickens just won't shut up. They're not normally like this, but it's because of this. I took their eggs, and they don't really like that too much. But anyways, the first reason, probably the most #1 reason why you should keep a rooster in your flock is if you want to hatch out your own chicks. You need fertile eggs in order to hatch out chicks. So you need a rooster in order to fertilize the eggs. All hens will lay eggs, you know, but you need a rooster if you want to breed them. Now, we have hatched out our own chicks in the past, and they're very cute, they're very fun, and it's very rewarding to see the chicks grow up. And if you're into raising your own chickens for meat, as we are, it feels really good to know exactly how your chickens are being treated and what kind of a life they're living in order to provide your family with food. Now the second reason, guys, obviously is for the protection of the hens. Now in our case here, we're not yet in a position where we're free-ranging our flock. They have this custom octagonal coop. It has 7 coops in it. All the breeds are separate, which allows me to do breeding as I please. But they're very well protected from predators around here, and I don't need to worry too much. But a lot of people love to free range their birds. And what roosters will do, roosters will usually fight off any predators. They'll alert the flock, you know, they make these special little sounds, and you know, it's like an alert to the rest of the flock and all the hens to take cover and hide, especially from aerial predation. And then the hens will run for cover. And you know, roosters, they have spurs, which helps them in their defenses and their attacks because it can cause damage or maybe irritate a predator. Now, I have 4 reasons which maybe most people will agree. I find them to be true, and they're also reasons why I keep roosters in my flock. Dexter, you okay, buddy? I just sat down here and the cats all came over to me because I'm the cat man. They just all hover around me. This is Fozzie. Hey, Fozzie. How you doing, brother? The third reason is that roosters make a very specific noise, like a little, like a low tone kind of, it's not a cluck, it's more like a little grunt sound, and that notifies the flock that he found food. You see, the rooster prides itself on taking care of his girls. So when he's come across any food, whether you gave it to him or whether he found it naturally, they make these very specific sounds that alerts the girls. Come on over here. Come on over here, guys. I found some food for you. Because the rooster knows you got to take care of the girls because they give me my kids. I guess that's the end game of a rooster, you know. He wants to carry on his genes. The fourth reason I have for keeping roosters, guys, is that I feel like the hens are happier. And evidence I have of that are the sounds that they make. They seem to produce better, like more eggs. And who doesn't like a mate? I just feel like these hens are going to be happier with a man around. It's not to say that they can't live without him. I'm just saying I feel like they're a little bit happier with a rooster around. Fuzzy, you okay, buddy? You're not scaring the hens? And I wanted to show you the earlobe right there. You see how white it is? And that's how you know that they lay a white egg. Now, I've also noticed that roosters seem to keep the peace when the hens are fighting. It's tough to get it on film, but I've seen situations where two hens are kind of battling it out, and then the rooster will come over and push his body in between the two hens. And it's quite a thing to see, because it shows me that he knows that they're supposed to be family, not fighting, right? The sixth and final reason I feel like it's good to have roosters in your flock is that they're bigger, they're heavier, and therefore they have more meat. Now, if you're raising chickens for meat like we are here at the farm, you're either going to be buying your meat chicks from a hatchery, or you're going to be raising your own dual-purpose breeds on your farm. Now, we have the Rhode Island Red, which is a nice heritage dual-purpose breed, and we have the Light Sussex. And they're both birds are very, very good for meat and very, very good for eggs. And I'm of the proponent that when you're hatching out your birds, if you have too many roosters in your hatch, what are you going to do with them? You know, like I'm sure the big hatcheries just kill them because they all want hens. But it's a sad reality, really. But what we do here in our farm is a bit more sustainable and a bit more ethical, just on my own personal opinions on how animals should be raised and how animals should be treated. So when we hatch out a whole bunch of birds, usually it's 50-50. You get 50% hens, 50% roosters, somewhere around there. But the roosters live a happy life until that one bad day when they get culled and harvested for the freezer. And that's how you'll end up with a bigger bird, more meat, because roosters are the males. They're just naturally bigger. You just don't let them get too old, otherwise the meat will be too tough. But it's the same chicken, it's the same taste, it's the same flavor, it's the same texture. I don't mind eating the roosters at all. But raising your chickens for meat is not for everyone. Some people just want to raise chickens for eggs and for the fun of it. So if you're thinking on getting chickens and you don't know whether or not you want to have a rooster in your flock, hopefully this video is going to help you. Other than that, if you already have chickens and you already have roosters, good on you. Oh, and don't forget to click that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. I really appreciate it. And if you're interested in learning everything you need to know about raising your chickens in winter, click below and keep on watching. And I have a really good video on that, okay? Again, thanks for watching, folks.